Welcome back to Roads Optional. This is a 1997 Land Cruiser 40th Anniversary Edition. It's not mine. I don't know anything about it, but let's get into it. So here's the actual owner, Caven, not Kevin. Caven.
I even get my name wrong.
By
sometimes.
the way, what's your Instagram? Because you post a lot of off-roady things.
Yeah, my Instagram is nomad_FJ80.
Nice. Which is this?
Yeah, it's that thing. You'll see my dog and my 4Runner on there too every once in a while, but this is a real, my dog is a real star of the show.
Yeah, I like how your overlanding rig is not your 4Runner. It's actually this thing. So
I don't overland. I'm an off-roader.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I currently overland with that Jeep that's barely modded, but this thing has a bit more done to it. So I don't even know where to start. I mean, this is a 1997 40th anniversary. What does that mean?
So basically, the Land Cruiser, this is an FJ80, so it's the 80 series Land Cruiser. It's been out from 91 to 97, so this is the last production year of it. 40th anniversary is this is just the 40th anniversary of the Land Cruiser, because it came out, I guess in 1957.
Yeah.
Copied from the Jeep.
Yep.
Like the FJ, the code name is FJ80, and J means Jeep.
Okay, makes sense. Interesting.
So yeah, 40th anniversary. They only made 4,400-ish of this exact trim, only 97. There's even a placard in there that says this is number 4,000 whatever.
Oh, so it's numbered. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So so this is you said the second rarest version of the Land Cruiser.
Yeah, second rarest. The rarest trim is the collector's edition, which only comes in white, I think. But this one comes in this color, which is the antique sage pearl, and it also comes in a darker green, which I really wanted that one because my Corvette was dark green.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the only other difference is, so the color is rare. Get the cool emblem, the 40th anniversary emblem. The seats are two-toned. But I really think that's it. All of them has the clear coat fading on the top, the paint peeling on the top.
Fairly typical things. This is probably pretty normal too.
That's the standard edition.
Yeah, the missing part of the bumper. Did something happen there?
I kind of rear-ended someone.
Okay, well,
They kind of cut me off, and as I was slowing down, they were cut off, and my brake booster was on the way out, so I didn't really have enough stopping power. It stops fine now.
Okay, that's good. But yeah, as you can see, we've got it. This is the overlanding I do around here. This is just this little snow bank.
It's not mall crawling; it's apartment crawling now.
Yeah,
or townhome crawling.
Yeah. Well, this thing is sweet. So how long have you had this?
Coming up on a year.
Okay.
And I got it stock. I flew out to Wichita, Kansas. So once I sold my Corvette, because I used to have a 2001 Corvette, and I'm kind of getting bored of this. I want to get a dedicated off-roader, and I also have a 2013 4Runner that I used to off-road, but not as much anymore because I have this.
Yeah.
But I posted on a Land Cruiser Facebook group saying, hey, I'm looking for a Land Cruiser from 95 to 97, gave all the specs. And the guy in Wichita was like, hey, I'm selling mine. I'm like, cool. And so I made him an offer, and I booked the flight that morning, jumped on the plane 2 hours after I made him an offer.
Nice.
He picked me up from the airport, and I drove it back. I don't like going to Kansas, but I'll go to Kansas for a Land Cruiser.
So how did this drive on the highway back to get you?
This thing is a fucking brick.
I mean, it looks like it.
There was a point on the drive back where I was going uphill. I was flooring it, and legit flooring it, going 70 miles per hour, and I was passing a cop. This feels illegal, but I'm going 15 under the speed limit. But
that's crazy. So you bought it bone stock.
Yep, bone stock.
Then what's happened to it?
This.
Yeah, so walk me through
basically, in the first month, I've been piecing it together since then, but in the first month, I got a 3-inch Old Man Emu lift on it. It has the medium to heavyweight springs, so it got way more lift in the back than I expected because I don't have any bumpers on it yet. Well, half bumper, no bumper. Yeah. And I ordered the 35-inch tires, 35 by 12.5 by 17 Kenda Clever RTs, which are phenomenal tires. Yep. Not very well known, so they're still pretty dang cheap.
Yeah.
Then I got the Stealth Custom Series F5 wheels. And I just love the classic 5-star look. I want like a better offset.
Plus the bronze looks fantastic.
Oh, and the bronze.
Yeah.
And you know, trail damage on them and everything.
Yes, these are the tires my brother Austin runs on his GX, which has also been on this channel.
Yeah, so these are the RTs. Your brother has the ATs.
Okay.
So what I have in my 4Runner are the ATs.
These look a little more aggressive.
Yeah, so for off-road tires, the main ones are AT, all-terrain, RT, rugged terrain, then MT, mud terrain. So RT is like a hybrid of AT and MT.
Okay.
And more companies are starting to come out with them. I think, like, of all the reviews I've read out there, and like from my experience, like these are the best RTs so far. But the next like 5 years, we'll get more from like BF Goodrich or whatever. But since then, I did a steering stabilizer. In the front, like the yellow shock right here.
Yep.
That's pretty easy. I put different bushings in these radius arms to help correct like the caster on it. And since then, I've I guess we can go to this side because it's a little bit higher. Recently, I put in like these drop brackets, like the front sway bar drop bracket, because once you lift, you want those drop down so you get better control on the highway. My favorite one recently is, you know, when you lift a vehicle, your rear axle is shifted. Because like the geometry of the vehicle. So I did a Panhard correction bracket. So this bracket, the Delta bracket, helped even out the Panhard bar. It's not perfect, but my rear axle used to be sticking out like 2 more inches on that side, but like it recentered everything.
Nice.
And I also took out the rear sway bar because, you know, you'll see over here, my rear sway bar link is completely smashed in.
Oh.
Like right here. It's hilarious how bad it is.
It's just chilling there.
Because when I lifted it, I didn't do the bracket right away.
Okay.
And so it was like, the sway bar wasn't attached to it, so whenever I off-road it just kept on smashing it.
Yep.
And so I have a new drop brackets I'm going to install. Now I'm going to get like quick disconnect sway bar links in the rear.
Nice.
So it'll go on eventually, but that's all that's done to it so far. But I have bumpers I want to get. I have more plans for this vehicle. Maybe a supercharger in the future, but so I can get above 200 horsepower.
Me and you were both under 200 horsepower, I guess.
No, I mean, I guess this one, at least at sea level, or at least up here, it's below 2, but it's a 4.5 liter straight 6.
Okay.
212 horsepower. But you know, being 27 years old, feels like it makes like maybe 100 horsepower.
It's slow. Yeah,
this
so
thing is slow.
4.5 liter, mine's a 4 liter.
Yep.
Can we look under the hood?
Yeah, I'll pop that.
And then what's the transmission in this thing?
Trying to remember, I think it's a 4-speed with overdrive.
Nice. I wasn't sure who makes that. You know, there's so many different makers of the parts, but
but this is basically like a tractor engine.
Nice.
And I also replaced like the radiator. Too, because it was like all completely brown, but it's definitely dusty in there. Definitely leaking oil in some places. But that's what you get with a 213,000 mile Land Cruiser, which is like, this is like a baby compared to a lot of other Land Cruisers out there.
A lot of high mileage ones. And you bought it with over 200,000?
203.
Okay.
So there's a reason why I flew to Wichita, because I got it for 13 grand. People were asking if I got this for 20. I'm like, no, 13. Like, what the heck? I'm like, I walked into a bar once and a guy's like, how much do you want for your Land Cruiser? I'm like, 25 grand. And he's like, that's tempting. And I'm like, I bought it for 13 like 8 months ago. But
people don't realize sometimes. And let's look at the interior. This is so classy.
Yeah, I have some stuff in the back, but this is the thing that really matters. This is the front locker and a rear locker. So this is the switch you want to find in all the Land Cruisers.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, what options are on these that you want to like avoid or look into? Like, what's your recommendations for people who might be looking for these?
It ultimately depends what you're wanting to do. If you want to get into like more hardcore, like off-roading, like this is like a phenomenal platform. This is probably the most capable Toyota that was ever given to this market, because you have a solid front axle, and it comes triple locked. So you have a front, middle, and rear locking differential. So that basically means when they're all engaged, all of your wheels turn at the exact same rate. So
that's crazy.
And so luckily your Jeep has that feature. So yours is also like a unicorn.
I only make friends with unicorns. Me and Dial have the LJ Rubicons. You got this thing.
It's a great thing, but I think one of my favorite features about this, which my dog loves, which I'll send you a picture of.
Oh yeah.
Well, one, it's a split tailgate.
Tailgate looks great. Lots of storage. Jeez.
So much freaking storage. You know, pros and cons of it. It's fun to sit on. If I ever take this to go snowboarding, I can sit on this to go put on my boots. It's nice when I go camping. I put my stuff on here or use it for anything. The thing that sucks is the ball way back there to get to it and to jump up on here to grab it because it's like so much space.
And that's saying something when you're saying that because you're a bit tall.
and I'm 6'5", so. But one of my favorite things about this car, and my dog loves it.
These windows are sweet.
Yeah, and they also slide forward and backwards.
Yeah.
And so whenever I go off-roading, my dog is always sticking his head out, enjoying life. Yep. So it's a fun time.
That's awesome.
And it does come with a third row seating.
Yep.
They're sitting in my garage right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't really need that very often, but
no, I might be using it soon. A ski trip in Vail soon. But,
okay. Yeah. So, but supercharger, and then what else is on your plans for this? I mean, supercharger maybe eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Eventually, I want to rebuild the engine a little bit, replace gaskets, make sure this thing is gonna last me a long time.
Yeah.
If I do go up to, or when I do go to 37-inch tires, I want to re-gear. So, but I think stock these are the 410 gearing, which is very low gearing.
Yeah.
And so I should technically be on 456 or 488 gearing right now.
Okay.
But I'm just toughing it out.
Yep.
So right now my speedometer is off by 0.1%. So if I'm going 80 miles per hour, if it reads 80 miles per hour, I'm going 88 miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
So the mileage is currently off on it, but don't tell anyone. But gonna do that eventually. I have a front bumper I want to put on it, probably from descent to off-road. But I have a buddy out in Minnesota. He designs off-road bumpers for a lot of Toyotas.
Nice.
And he really wants me to drive this out there so he can scan my car and build a bumper for it. And I'm just this car gets 11 miles per gallon on the highway. I don't know if I want a bumper that bad. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be sweet though.
Yeah, but sliders and make the interior more modern. Updated headlights, get some halos or something like yours.
Yeah.
Winch eventually.
Yeah.
But just really right now doing the bare minimum. I think when I do go up to bigger tires, guy suggested to replace the axles because once you get to 37-inch tires, the actual shafts can get weak. So I would upgrade those at some point. And I'm even tempted to do a two-wheel drive conversion because this is a full-time four-wheel drive.
Right, yeah.
So basically all-wheel drive until I click a button, then it goes into 4x4.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a conversion out there, and my hood is about to close. Automatic hood closure.
It's so windy out here. I don't know if people could tell. They could probably tell. These mics do really well in the wind, but geez.
Hey there.
Look at that. Man, you've already got a modern feature on this thing. Yeah, a lot of fun things to do with this. I mean, we'll definitely have to take it out some trails. Obviously, you do trails. I'm just trying to get out to do some trails. And
yeah, I mean, I'll probably go camping and off-roading this weekend.
Yeah.
Gonna go to Buena Vista, I think in a few weeks, or in 2 weekends, and I just try to get out as much as I can.
Sweet.
Grew up in Minnesota. Came out here to enjoy the mountains, so this is the ultimate off-road machine. One of the ultimate. This is another ultimate because it's a manual.
We have two alts, two different ways to approach it, but it's a great platform to build on. I've seen some of these built up, and it just looks fantastic. There's so many fun things you can do with it. It looks good as is, but just the wheels and tires make such a big difference.
Oh, it's crazy what a lift and tires will do.
Yeah,
as they say.
So it's gonna be fun to watch the progress on this thing. But thanks for showing us around your Land Cruiser, your 80, 40,
40th anniversary.
I've been really confused. You keep saying different numbers. I'm like, does he have different vehicles? But no, it's just
so many different numbers involved.
Nice.
No, but there's something else I was gonna say that I kind of forgot about. Oh yeah. I'm down to my last mud flap. Every time I go off-roading, something else tears off. Even some of my fenders are getting pretty. That one's not loose. The other one's loose, I guess.
Yeah.
But every time I go out, it's oh, what am I going to pull off this time? I pulled off my bumper when I was off-roading last last summer. Hit a rock too hard. There's like a giant dent. I'm like, all right. When I got home, I took the bumper off, and
Nice.
like 2 times ago, I took off the other mud flap on the other side.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway,
Live with it, run with it, have fun with it.
it's fun. It's not my daily driver, but it's reliable as heck.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah. Well, we'll see more videos on this thing, and yeah, hopefully some of you guys subscribe, because will hold us to it. Actually, make sure we get more of Caven's stuff on here, because I think it'd be fun. We gotta have more Toyotas on the channel. I mean, Austin's got his Lexus GX470. We're about to film Timon's GX470, so we have a pretty wide variety of vehicles. But yeah, I don't know. What else do you want to see on this channel? Because right now it's Jeeps and Toyotas, which is fine. It's all you need, right?
I mean, I have more Jeeps and Toyotas that I can bring out, but I should almost take you to like the European car show down in the springs. Like you see like Mercedes and like Range Rovers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
just
that'd
more
be cool.
of those cool things.
Like this is a belly button car. Everyone has one out here. You see them so often.
It's a great way to put it.
I'm a basic ass white guy. What can I say?
You and your golden retriever. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching. Follow him, Nomad_FJ.
Yeah, FJ80. I'll send it so you can put it in the link in there.
We'll put it on the screen. So anyways, that's been it. Thanks.